There was a time when everything in his life felt right. He had dreams, big ones, the kind that kept him awake at night, thinking about a better future. Every morning he woke up with purpose, with energy, with a belief that one day he would become someone great. People around him saw that fire in his eyes. They believed in him, and slowly he started believing in himself even more.
Life felt like it was finally going in the right direction, but sometimes life doesn't warn you before it changes everything. At first, it was just small things going wrong. Plans didn't work out. Efforts didn't give results.
He told himself it was normal, just a bad phase, but days turned into weeks and weeks into months.
And things didn't get better, they got worse. Opportunities started slipping away. Failures started piling up.
The same people who once supported him slowly became distant. Some stopped calling, some stopped caring.
And some started doubting him. Nights became the hardest part of his life. He would lie awake, staring at the ceiling, lost in his own thoughts.
Questioning everything, questioning himself. Where did I go wrong? Why is this happening to me? But no answers ever came.
The silence around him felt louder than any noise, and deep inside, something started breaking. Not his dreams, but his belief in himself.
Days passed, but he wasn't really living anymore. He was just existing, smiling in front of others, but feeling empty inside.
He stopped trying, he stopped caring, because every time he tried, life pushed him back down, and slowly, without even realizing it, he reached a point where he felt completely lost.
One day he sat alone in his room, surrounded by silence, no motivation, no hope, no direction, just a heavy feeling in his chest that he couldn't explain.
That was his lowest point, his downfall, the moment where everything felt finished. And in that moment he had a choice.
To accept defeat and stay broken, or to stand up and fight for himself. That night, something shifted inside him. Not something big or dramatic, just a small realization that no one was coming to save him, no one was going to fix his life.
If anything had to change, it had to start with him. The next morning, nothing was magically better. He still felt the same pain, the same emptiness, but this time he chose to move anyway. He woke up early. He pushed himself to take one small step, then another and another. It wasn't easy. There were days he wanted to quit again.
Days when the old feelings came back stronger than ever, but he kept going, not because he was strong, but because he refused to stay weak.
Slowly, things started changing. Not the world around him, but the person inside him. He became more disciplined.
More focused, more aware of his own strength. Weeks passed, then months, and one day he realized something. He was no longer the same person who once broke down in that dark room. He had rebuilt himself, piece by piece.
One evening he stood in front of the mirror and looked into his own eyes. For the first time in a long time, he smiled.
Not because life had become perfect, but because he had become stronger than his problems, and that's when he understood the truth. His downfall was never the end of his story. It was the beginning of a new one. So if you are going through a downfall right now, feeling lost, broken, or alone, remember this.
You are not finished. You are not weak. You are just in the process of becoming someone stronger. One day you will look back at this moment,
not with pain, but with pride, because your downfall will be the reason you rise higher than ever before.